All right, guys. Guys, I am fired up right now. You might be wondering, why is Will so fired up? Well, first off, to give you guys some context, if this is your first time tuning into the stream, my name is William Samasegi, and on this stream, you guys get to see the behind the scenes, the building, the unfiltered what we're doing to try and build these companies in public. So the two companies we're working on, the first one is dealing with Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. It's a company called SaaS Mining. Recent news within this past week, the company just launched its fourth data center on a fourth continent out in Ethiopia. So now SaaS mining, you've got Bitcoin mining in the US, Paraguay, Norway, and now Ethiopia. And for those of you guys, if you haven't heard of SaaS mining, it is okay. Many of you guys probably own Bitcoin, digital assets, or at least have heard of Coinbase. Well, just like how Coinbase made it easy for you to buy Bitcoin, at SaaS Mining, we've made it easy for you to begin mining Bitcoin. You don't need a PhD in power. You don't need to have relationships with Bitmain or the other manufacturers. We make it easier than buying Bitcoin. You can start mining Bitcoin with renewable energy. That's one of the companies. The other company is a company called MyWorker.ai. So MyWorker.ai, what does MyWorker do? Well, if you are a business owner or you are trying to scale your sales, let's say that you've got a product or service and people want what you're building. You probably don't have millions of dollars lying around to go and hire a massive enterprise sales team. So with MyWorker, we take all of those many intermediary steps between you, those roadblocks between you and your customers away, and we make it easy. So it does all the research on your company and your target customers, builds the lists, and then we'll do the outreach to your customers to get your customers on the phone with you, wanting to get your product or service. So those are the two companies. On this stream, you might be thinking, what are we going to see? What's coming up? What is he so excited about? I'll tell you this. We always start with the news. You're going to get not just the trending news of the day. You're going to get insights. You're going to figure out, okay, how are you going to stay on top of all the stuff happening in the world of technology, world of finance? But then on top of that, you get not just a founder's opinion who's been a tech entrepreneur for the past 10 years, you get the opinion of myself along with ChatGPT. So nowhere else are you going to get the raw behind the scenes, the raw unfiltered truth of building in public and these news stories. So with that, we'll go into the news. We pulled this up right before going live. The first piece of news, guys. Actually, you know what? Before I go into this first piece of news, we're going to tweet out this stream. At least we're going to put it out on Twitter. So we just put it out there. First piece of news, guys. First piece of news. Supabase. I'm not sure if you guys have used Supabase before. It's a pretty interesting company. Supabase hits a $5 billion valuation in a new round. So the hook here, guys, I mean, that's pretty big. Supabase just got a $5 billion vote of confidence. What does that mean for back-end stacks? Guys, lots of opinions, lots of thoughts on this, but let's dive into what actually happened here. So they closed a $100 million, Supabase did. Supabase closed a $100 million Series E. So that pushes its valuation up to $5 billion, billion with a B. And it's reinforcing how, go to backend under AI apps, okay? I'm not sure if you guys have used Replit or any of these other no-code tools, but, Supabase plugged in with a lot of them. So helping with the backend stack here. So if you're a founder, why does this matter? Why does this matter if you're a founder? Let's say you're doing between 1 to 100 million in annual recurring revenue. Well, if your stack depends on backend tools, Supabase's scale gives it room to undercut pricing, add features fast, or lock in dev ecosystems. So obviously, if you're Supabase and you're able to get in early, plug in with the no-code apps, but then also just become a part of that tech stack for these different companies, then, I mean, clearly investors have a big vote of confidence in it, invest in 100 mil in the Series E. And yeah, guys, this is clearly news that maybe, unless you're in the startup world, if you're on Supabase's team, you might not know. So founder moves. We always like to cover founder moves. Granted, if you're in the space, these can be relevant. If you're outside of it, it's good to know. Good to know what AI is recommending. So AI's take is they believe that they'll begin bundling data usage and AI inference credits to displace smaller stacks. It's an AI prediction there. Founder moves. You know, how does your backend cost compare to what Supabase might offer? And, you know, how does their credit bundle, how could that fit into your AI stack? Things to consider. We're going to go on to the next piece of news here. I feel like we talk about OpenAI quite a bit. Well, OpenAI reaches that $500 billion valuation after share sale. $500 billion. So, I mean, guys, OpenAI just cracked 500 bill. Is this hype or is this justified? Well, what happened here is there was a share sale to SoftBank, guys. I feel like we all know SoftBank, but Masa's very sneaky. You know, he'll pop up and then you won't hear about him for a little bit and then he'll pop up again. Masa's always grinding. That's the one thing. If you look at Masa's a grinder ever since he was young, and he's still grinding as an older gentleman at this point. So Masa, you know, he loves these big secondary share sales, and current and former employees sold. Guys, this is how much the employees sold. About $6.6 billion of OpenAI stock. That's how much was liquidated. $6.6 billion of the workers and the people owners of the OpenAI stock at a valuation of approximately $500 billion. Guys, this is a big company. It's growing very quickly. It's already massive. So why does this matter? Well, this sets a fresh benchmark for AI valuations and making a scale ceiling your audience will compare against. Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to value or put you in a comp conversation against OpenAI. But some of the valuations here going crazy. I mean, these are massive valuations. Clearly, I mean, OpenAI, everyone uses ChatGPT. They've got a lot of other products, a lot of other divisions. So to a certain extent, this is warranted. I mean, I haven't gone through the books or the numbers of OpenAI, but in terms of just product usage, try and think of many products or companies that you come more face to face with than OpenAI's ChatGPT. All right. So what does AI think about this? Okay. So AI's take on the valuation. Well, this valuation assumes aggressive revenue growth and multiple rationales. So a slip in execution or a change in the macro environment could punish the investors who are getting in at the 500 bill valuation. That was the take from AI, but these are investors who clearly are betting big on the future of what this technology and AI is going to do to the world. I'd be interested to know the exact multiples, but this is something that later on maybe we can dive into. But for the time being, I think we covered this news very well. And, you know, if you're a founder, granted, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to sell a vision where you're a direct comp to ChatGPT or OpenAI, but clearly there's some aggressive prices being given to hyper ambitious AI companies in terms of the revenue multiples and the projections. So do with that what you will. Next piece of news. Guys, I hope that if there are any pieces that you want us to also cover in more depth on the news, let us know. We've got a couple more pieces of news here. Next one, it's on valuations. Maybe this will be useful for you if you're a founder or if you're not a founder. AI valuations raise bubble fears as funding surges. So funding surging, guys. People are investing. Investors are sounding alarms, though. Are valuations going too far, too fast? What do you think? Do you think that they're going too far, too fast? Well, why could this? What happened here? AI startups raised record capital, but panelists at Milken warned early stage AI valuations are becoming too frothy. This is a good question, guys. How frothy is too frothy? Are the valuations becoming too frothy? There also seems to be a lot of capital going into new and emerging funds. So AI's take, expect tougher diligence. Metrics like lifetime value, customer acquisition cost, retention, these are going to be scrutinized as red flags. I'll actually tell you my take. So I've tried building. We're not going to include all my time building as a kid, but the past 10 years I've been building in tech. I'm not saying anything new at this point. Obviously, you know that you can get a lot more done with AI. But if you think about it as a founder and as an investor and how those two lenses have changed, for founders, realistically, it gives you the ability to actually just go and execute as if you had raised venture funding. The cost to actually ship not just an MVP, but an actual working product has just fallen off a cliff. So it gives you, as a founder, as a high agency founder, the ability to do a lot more with a lot less capital. Now, on the flip side, with investors, it kind of changes the game, right? You have to really be diligent about picking the winners, picking the teams that are able to execute. And maybe it changes your benchmarks as an investor who's looking to put in capital in terms of what you're screening for, or, what could qualify as a founder that you want to back. It's going to be very interesting to see this landscape continue, but I will say that the dynamics for you as a founder, at least this is from anecdotal experience and what I'm seeing amongst other founders, the high agency founders will always find a way. And now, in a weird way, you can kind of take back control to a certain extent. You can take back control because you can get that traction without needing to raise as much money. That said, if you do go to raise money, it's going to be more competitive, as you're seeing here. So final takeaways as a founder, how can this be used to help you get better results? Not rocket science and nothing completely different, but surface those concerns around those underlying metrics and attack them. Figure out what's going on with you and your company. Why are customers churning if they're churning? What are the unit economics of your business? Do the unit economics make sense? Do they not make sense now, and will they make sense later? What are the key drivers to your unit economics? And what do your underlying business fundamentals look like? In simple, how much does it cost you to get a customer? And how much does it cost to service that customer? And how much money are you making from those customers? And how does your solution differ from other people that those customers are going to now? Lots of questions to ask, but investors run this diligence. It's good as a founder to have thought through it. And you don't need all the answers, but you need to be thinking about it. Next piece of news. Guys, this is so sad. We only have 2 pieces of news left. It's been far too long since we've done a news segment, handful of days, and we're on the last 2. So day 49, guys, we're almost on day 50 of building in public. This is very exciting. Day 49, though, 4th piece of news. DualEntry raises $90 million to take on ERP with AI. $90 million bucks. Guys, so many headlines here. It's truly amazing to see how fast this space is moving. I mean, you'd see it in, not to, you know, distract from DualEntry, this news, but a quick anecdote. When I was building SaaS mining, and if you're building in the Bitcoin industry, the crypto industry, and you guys experience this, if you hold crypto, very, very cyclical nature to the crypto industry. You have these massive price hikes during the bull runs, and when there's all this euphoria, fear of missing out, valuations go crazy, and then you've seen the huge drawdowns, and you see all these traders, having a real tough time when you have these big drawdowns. And what I've noticed in just going through that cycle was that when you're in that euphoria phase, it's just like prices are shooting up, everyone's excited, people are tossing around, taking big bills, paying a lot. And I mean, in reality, it's just like day after day, news, 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 news. And I will say, in AI, it's starting to feel like that. It is starting to feel like that, which is very interesting to keep in mind. Lots of money pouring in, lots of deals getting done, lots of funding. And on top of that, actual amazing tools being created and used. The big question is how long does this sustain? How does this last? Are there fundamentals behind your company? DualEntry. What happened here? We'll go back. AI meets ERP. DualEntry raises $90 million to replace legacy finance suites in 24 hours. I guess that's what they were pitching, guys. Replace legacy finance suites in 24 hours. So what happened here? DualEntry closes $90 million Series A, valuing itself at $415 million. Its AI native ERP promises next day migration from legacy systems. So, I mean, we haven't used the product. Honestly, this is like the first time that I've looked or heard anything about this company, but seems like a good pitch. Okay, so why does this matter? Why does this news matter? Vertical AI tools penetrating core infrastructure like finance is a direct signal your stack must connect and integrate. Okay, vertical AI tools, core infrastructure. Look at the, take my opinion with a grain of salt here. I'll read AIs and then I'll tell you what I think. So DualEntry will open doors via mid-market churn. Incumbents have weak moats on UX and migration. Well, I'll tell you this. From personal experience, and I'll just come out and say it, I'm not sure how many other people have had bad experiences with some of these other tools on the market. I've tried a couple of them, and I am hoping that this gets disrupted because the amount that they charge and how difficult the usability on some of these existing ERP companies, software and tools are, it's not good. I think that there's opportunity here, and I mean, investors also are taking a bet on this. So yeah, founder moves, maybe if you guys are looking to map out an ERP or finance integration, maybe you just got some news here. Final piece of news. Nvidia. Let's see what happened here. I might mispronounce this other company's name. Nvidia and Fujitsu to collaborate on AI, robotics, and infrastructure. So Nvidia plus Fujitsu are teaming up for AI robots in Japan. The infrastructure play goes live. Okay. What's Nvidia and Fujitsu doing here? What happened? The two companies agreed to develop AI infrastructure and robotics partnership. Initially focused on Japan, but possibly scaling globally. This is pretty exciting for Fujitsu and Nvidia. They're doing an AI infrastructure and robotics partnership. So why does this matter? It signals how AI, compute, and robotics converge will be regionally anchored. For founders, localization and hardware stacks matter. Well, at a high level, to round this out, I'll tell you my take. I think that if you take a step back and you think of, okay, how did the world look 4 years ago? How does the world look today? And where is it going? I think that 4 years ago, you couldn't even imagine what you had today in terms of infrastructure, in terms of capabilities of the tool. I think that the expectations of society as a whole have gone through a hard reset. And you saw that with ChatGPT 5, for example. When ChatGPT 5 launched, a lot of people were just seemed very disappointed. They're like, "Oh, this was all hype. We thought it would be so much better." If ChatGPT 5 had launched 4 or 5 years ago, people would have looked at you like you were from 50, 100 years in the future. Baseline is reset. I think that tying this to where you're going to be in 4 years, what is the future going to look like? Well, I think that you haven't seen the hard reset in terms of physical AI. You haven't seen that moment yet that we had with chat. You haven't seen that applied to the physical world of robotics and of what could be discovered with these world foundation models. Last year at CES, had the opportunity. Imagine you were at CES and you saw Jensen unveiling Cosmos, the world foundation model that Nvidia laid out at that event. I mean, this, I don't know, it was almost like a mix of a keynote and a concert, and just people were fired up. And he did a really cool presentation. They unveiled their new Blackwell series GPU and a lot of other things that they're working on. In that moment, I think that was the first kernel that you began to think through and hear about what is going to be possible to do in terms of just like modeling out language and like what you see with ChatGPT. What could you do with modeling out what could happen in the real world with these world foundation models? You could run simulations to test how something and a hypothesis might actually operate in the real world. You could, instead of needing to build a factory, you could run millions of simulations of that factory with different designs to find the most optimal way and output to construct that facility for whatever you're trying to create. Now, that ChatGPT language moment, I believe, hasn't happened in robotics yet. I think that we're going to need a little bit of time to get there, but when that happens, and this is a prediction, guys, you can look back and say, Will, you were wrong, or you could look back and say, wow, thank God we subscribed to this stream. Make sure you do subscribe because you are going to be ahead of the curve. It's like imagine you're watching news 4 years, 5 years into the future. This is the place where you can literally, dare I say, time travel by hopping into these live streams, subscribing, and following along. And here's what I will tell you that potentially becomes possible. You're able to simulate many different facilities, factories. You're able to simulate different drug discovery. The amount of innovation and discoveries that you are going to see possibly made on the drug discovery front, on the production scale and efficiency side of things is going to be unimaginable. That I think that you're going to see a transformation of society where, because of these massive efficiencies, the actual costs of goods and services are going to fall off a cliff. And what do I mean by that? Like, how does that actually look in the real world? Well, just like how if you went back 100 years, your middle class, upper middle class person today lives a life that the richest person on the planet couldn't even begin to access. I think that you're going to have that type of step jump but not in 100, 200 years. I think that that is in the next 5 years to 10 years, which is kind of crazy. 5 is pretty ambitious, but in the next 10 years, I think that you're really going to have that type of a speed up. So all of that to say, hopefully Fujitsu and Nvidia are able to do some interesting work in their collaborative partnership here. All right, guys, that is the recap of the news. And now you might be thinking, okay, well, the news is finished. What could possibly be following this up? Well, we've been waiting for the stream. There's so much that you could potentially do here. And you know, I hopped on today and I did the news. I did one other prompt to ChatGPT, but then I thought, you know, rather than procrastinate, rather than do all these other things, I'm going to let you guys in the chat. If you have any ideas or you want us to focus on anything, feel free to toss it in the chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a handful of different potential videos for MyWorker AI that we're looking to create. And we're going to give a live demo of us using our own product, guys. We're running an experiment right now live. You're going to get to see it firsthand. You're going to get to see the results. And then on top of that, we're actually going to later on take what we're recording on this stream and we're going to turn it into a YouTube video on MyWorker AI's channel. Now, for those of you guys, if you're watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel you're watching on. This is personal channel, but let me just show you. Let me show you a little test that we've been doing. We've been doing it on MyWorker's channel. This channel just started. We only have 19 subscribers, right? So you might be thinking, okay, well, you're probably getting under 100 views a video with 19 subscribers. And you would be right. But look at these shorts. We posted 3 shorts. Guys, 3 shorts. First short, 35K. Second short, 27K. Third short, this one just launched. I think that this one's really funny, but still 2.4K. That's solid. Let's turn this. How do I turn this volume on?
Be able to spell like that. My brain works normally, so I can't even fathom it. How are you? James, tell us, how did you get to be able to spell like that? My brain works normally, so I can't even fathom it.
Well, I study like 2 or 3 hours a day.
What is going on in your brain right now? I think you can probably understand everything we're saying, but is it all jumbled up? I mean, do you see random colors and flashes and stuff like that?
No, I don't. I'm fine.
I understand your school has actually put you in a special institution. The gifted and talented program.
Well, those are accelerated learning classes.
Is that what they're calling them now?
Yeah.
Well, let's take another look at you up on that big high stage.
EUDAEMONIC, eudaimonic.
That's great.
Yeah, see, look at him there. I mean, he may not be able to feed himself, but he can spell a word I can't even pronounce.
Whoa, I can feed myself just fine.
James, the other kids must be so cruel to you. Are they?
No,
do they call you names?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, I bet they do.
I bet it really hurts your feelings.
They never called me names.
Well, James, do you know if your mother did a lot of drinking or had a drug problem while she was pregnant with you?
No, she didn't. She was fine.
I really admire her strength in raising you. I mean, I would have just tossed you in the gutter to end your agony.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just smart.
Right. James,
All
tell
right.
us, how did you...
So this was our most recent one. This one didn't do the numbers yet, but I feel like it will pop off.
Fathom it.
We've done
like 2 or 3 hours a day.
What is
Earlier
going
today, I
on
made a
in your
bunch more.
brain
So
right
a lot
now?
of these are going to be
probably
coming
understand
out
everything we're
over
saying,
the
but it's all
coming. Make sure you
jumbled
follow
up.
MyWorker
You see random
_AI.
colors and
You're
flashes
going to see
and
some
stuff like
funny,
How are you,
funny
Doda?
stuff.
How old are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
How old are you? How old?
How old are you?
Wait, hold on. It's gonna be a hard conversation. We both don't know English, and we using English to speak, so we are cool. Taiwan. I'm from Taiwan.
Taiwan. Who?
What do you mean who? Who? What the fuck? What do you mean who?
Taiwan?
And you? Has. You has.
You?
How are you, Doda? How old are you?
All right, so that one
How are you?
was the other one, and this is our final. This one's my favorite, and this one did do the best. All right, and even though, you know, that's not what our focus is going to be, I did want to show you what we have so far. So we just reformatted this. This shows how to get started and how everything looks on the page. So for the YouTube channel, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to give a little screenshot showing where we're at with things. So I can give it to, all right, so we're going to figure out what videos. You might be thinking, what videos are we going to make here? All right, so we are going to figure out the best videos that we are going to focus on making for MyWorker on this stream with this live segment. And for context, we have a MyWorker account already set up. The domains are connected. Everything's ready to go. And we want to launch some new campaigns to different ICPs. So let's build a segment or two or a few, however many you think make sense for the different videos, that can build the best storylines around different parts and videos that we can make while using the product that's fully set up to be able to run campaigns. So yeah, with that in mind, that additional context, let's come up with the final segments, storylines, and videos that we're going to make on this stream. Hey, what's up, man? Sorry for just getting back to this message. Yeah, that totally understand. As soon as it gets unbanned, message me, and I think that we can pick up the conversation at that point. All right. Okay. Guys, these are some cool segments. So we're going to read them out loud. You might think, okay, are we going to do all of them? I think that we should review, and then the ones that, you know, really stick out, we're going to get into those, dive in. So segment 1, this is the first potential video we got here. ICP targeting and campaign setup. So the storyline frame, picking the right battles. Let's prove how fast you can go from a blank account to targeting your ICP with MyWorker. You know, that's a solid start. Steps on screen. So pick 2 to 3 ICPs live. Show how to configure personas, pain points, and tone inside MyWorker. You know what, guys? This is our first time really trying to record a MyWorker segment. So, yeah, basically what I'm thinking we do, which this is a pivot here, but I think I just want to record a video where you guys get to see like fresh, like nothing coming into MyWorker and getting an account created. So I actually think that we'll do that. I'll show you fresh how to get started, and then I'll fast forward to a different segment that we can record, actually showing us launching a live campaign. So I think that that is the route we will take. Real quick, I'm going to call my friend. I'll call him on stream so you guys can hear him. Because you might be thinking, this MyWorker stuff is so exciting, but I just realized that we've got Tech Week coming up, SF Tech Week and LA Tech Week, and we're actually on the clock for a couple decisions. So are we going to go live streaming during SF Tech Week? I would say there's like a 30% chance. We are going to go live streaming during LA Tech Week. We got to finalize that. But if we do end up going to SF Tech Week, we need to figure that out probably tonight. So like right now. So this MyWorker stuff, definitely high priority. What's somehow even slightly higher priority at the moment is just figuring out what are we doing for Tech Week? What are we doing next week? So I'm going to call this group here. All right. In case you guys haven't tuned into the other streams, first off, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss these future conversations with some of the CEOs we bring in. These are a couple of my buddies. It seems like they might be tied up at the moment. What could they possibly doing at 9 p.m. on a Friday night other than answering our call on stream? What is going on here? Okay. Well, we are going to procrastinate that and then just get into recording these segments. Here we go. So I'm going to give one final. All right. I love the ideas. The first video I'm actually going to record is just an all-in-one how to get fully onboarded in one simple video on MyWorker. Obviously, want to make this video engaging, best hook, narration, storyline, all that stuff. But we'll start with that as the first segment. And then, yeah, you can plan out and come up with and flush out the other potential segments. And we can get rolling. All right, we're going to put this on thinking mode. Sometimes you need it to think a little longer. All right. Oh, it literally planned out. Okay. Okay. Guys, sometimes you just got to dive in. You know, we've got amazing editors. They're going to go in and just dig into these segments and make them great for when we post. But I think that you guys want to just see us just get right in there with these with the building. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to just dive right in. And what I want to do is I actually want to show you guys what it looks like getting started with a fresh account. So that's actually what I'm going to do here. So what you guys are about to see is legitimately, you guys can go on to myworker.ai, click the top right button on login. Just go to the website, click on the top right button on the login page, and then you get brought to this. As soon as you log in, just go create a free account. I literally just did this. I did it on one of the other screens. So you might be thinking, God, so difficult to go and hire a whole sales team and learn all these different sales softwares and do X, Y, and Z, and then in 2 months get everything launched. Well, guys, right here, this is an easier path. I'm about to show you the easiest path to just scaling your sales, getting on conversations with more customers. Go to myworker.ai. Then you're here, right? We're going to use it for setting up, using MyWorker to sell our own software. All you have to do, type in your website. Okay? guys, you are about to save so much time and money. All you have to do is copy and paste your website into here and click go. And then I already logged in. And this is with a free account, guys. This is with my like free Gmail. Okay. And now you're almost done. You might be thinking, okay, this is crazy how much work this is going to be. A whole AI sales team as a service. It's probably going to take months to get onboarded. Well, no. Just imagine if instead of months, it took you only a few minutes. And instead of spending millions and millions of dollars on an entire sales team, you could just get started for $4.99. That's it, $4.99. Okay. So you might be thinking, actually, I know what you're thinking. You might be thinking, Will, how is MyWorker an AI sales team as a service? How is it going to go and do the work of an entire enterprise sales team? How is it going to help you as a founder scale your business? And I'll tell you this. All you have to do is put in your website and start the team. The team of agents are on it as soon as you submit your website. And you might be thinking, well, what are they doing? How are they going to make sales? Well, right now, as we speak, MyWorker AI's team of agents behind the scenes is going and learning everything about your business. So if you think about it, if you were building a sales team, let's say that you had $5 million to hire a sales team, what would you do? Well, you'd have to go and figure out who some amazing salespeople are that know everything about your business and your industry. Because they need to know not just what you guys do, but they would also need to know what are your products? How do you price? How does it actually work, your product or service? What are the use cases? All of these things that a top-level sales team would know or need to know, MyWorker just learned right off the bat, okay? All we did, you just put in your website, and it became an expert on your industry and your company. But then you might think, well, what's the next thing that a top-level, amazing sales team would do? Well, they need to learn everything about your target customer. Who are you selling to? But not just who are you selling to. Who's your target audience position? What's the industry? What are their pain points? But the very best, think about the top 0.001% of salespeople. They would know the solution that you provide, the objection, why someone might say, I still don't want to buy your thing, and then the way to overcome that counter objection, your counter strategies. That's what the top salespeople would know. Well, that is what the MyWorker AI sales team is going to know about every potential specific target customer that you have. It's exactly what MyWorker is going to know. So that is in here, automatically generated. And not only that, you guys just saw this, doing this live. It came up with the CRO, the go-to-market leader, and the outbound specialist, each of these with their own separate pain points, solutions, counter objection, and counter strength, everything, all in one place, guys. Truly, truly remarkable. And now you might think, at this point, you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how is this actually going to scale? How is this going to get our customers on calls? And that's where this massive time saver, this is one of the best features right here that you guys are about to see. So our system looks at your main domain and finds a bunch of other similar domains and then allows you to just set it up in no time. It makes it super easy. Okay, super duper easy. And this is the greatest thing. If you remember what a pain in the butt it was when you were going and setting up your email, setting up your Google Workspace, doing all your DNS, just all of this. Well, instead of on that one tiny piece alone to make this AI sales team work, instead of spending countless hours setting up all these inboxes and then warming them up so your customer can see your messages, your solution, we just take care of it. We make it super easy. You just put in exactly what you want. the role, the name, and then click submit. You can put anything, Will, Joe, hello, whatever it is. Boom, submit, domain requested. And just like that, you're onboarded. The system knows everything about what you're doing. Let me just move my photo here so you guys can truly see. All right. So guys, this is the software. This is the software. You're in, and this is where it gets really cool. So just like that, you just no months of onboarding, not all this craziness. You just onboarded to the most powerful software that you're probably going to use. I mean, we're leveraging OpenAI, we're leveraging Anthropic's models, we're leveraging all these other the best APIs in the sales infrastructure space. They're leveraged within our product. Okay, so now you're thinking, okay, well, how do you launch a campaign? How do you get started? Well, you're already in there. You're good to go. Okay. Actually, before we even go into the rest of the software, let me pull up some of these segments to make sure that we've got some good videos. Okay. I mean, I think that was less than a 10-minute setup. This said 10-minute setup, get started from 0 to first safe send. I mean, you're already in there. Maybe I need to read these hooks. Joaquin, I'm going to read these hooks right now because just in case you guys need it for when you're putting together the story. I don't even think we need 10. So I'll say, give me 5 minutes and I'll show you how to go from no AI sales team as a service to being fully onboarded and ready to get customers with MyWorker AI. What a hook, guys. I don't know about this, but I feel like if clipped properly, that hook could get some interest in MyWorker. Okay, this hook actually might be better. Give me 10 minutes and I'll take you from 0 to first safe outreaches with MyWorker AI without burning your main email domain or your reputation. All right. Outcome and checklist. Okay, interesting. So here's what you'll have when we finish. Domains connected and ready for your account, inbox rotation safely to make sure that your emails actually get seen. And then okay, this script is not on point, but then also you'll have your target customer profiles and your company information all set up. So your software, your MyWorker account will know everything that a top level 0.000001% sales development team would know. All right. Okay. Well, guys, I think we can probably just, Joaquin, for you and the editors, I think with that initial part that we've done with MyWorker already, we can create a video. Kind of just like, I mean, the video could even be called, we might have a better one for this, but maybe onboard MyWorker in 5 minutes or whatever the time of the video is. Start here. So that could be, if we clip it to like one short video. But at the end of the day, we'll figure it out. Feel free to do what you think would be best because you'll have a lot more time to think about it than I'm doing right here, doing it live. All right. So we just finished one video for MyWorker. I think we're on a roll. We might as well do more, right? So let's do, maybe we do one if your email lands in spam. You know what? I just realized something. We're doing MyWorker videos and I am in a SaaS mining shirt. We got to change this. I'm going to get changed real quick. I need to be in a SaaS mine. I need to be in not a SaaS mining. I need to be in a MyWorker shirt. All right. We are in the MyWorker apparel now. Also, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Speedrun, A16Z Speedrun, make sure you go and tag them and tell them that they need to get involved with MyWorker and that they can't miss the boat. Okay? And if you're a partner at Speedrun and you seem to be watching this video, very grateful that you're hopping on. And, you know, let's make something happen here. I think it would be perfect yin and yang. You know, it's like you could be yin and I'll be yang, and then we can partner and do some big things. I think we got some big things on the way. Or if you really want to be, if you could be yin and I could be yang, but if you really want to be yang, I could be yin. We can be flexible here. You know, we're very reasonable at MyWorker AI. We can adjust and go with the flow. If you guys really want to be yang. All right, next video. So we're going to keep going from a fresh account actually while we're doing this. This is still all on a free account. You can go in and do everything that we've done so far, but instead of using MyWorker AI, you would put in your company's URL and it'll do it all. It's pretty incredible. So go through that onboarding completely for free. You're in the product. Now, this is where it gets very interesting, right? So let's start at your company. So you might be thinking, why does this page matter, right? Why does this company page matter? Well, it's not just a knowledge base. This page is ensuring that your sales team is always on point. Your messaging, they always know everything that you want them to know about your company. I mean, this is not like normal where you got to hope, you might give a message out and hope that everyone is on the same page. On the same page. You just fill it out in here. Everyone's on the same page on your SDR team. So they're all on the same page. You can edit all this. I mean, it built all of this just from the website alone. And you can save it, whatever changes you want. Okay. So in no time, automatically through the onboarding, you had a perfectly informed sales team. But you can also add whatever you want to improve this. And then you have another amazing page on the left-hand side here, which I'm going to pull up. So on the left-hand side here, let me reformat the screen because I don't want any piece of this to get cut off from you guys. Okay, now you guys can see the screen. I blew through the demo without checking the screen first. All right, here we go. So guys, now let's say that you want to reach out to your ideal target customer. Your ideal target customer, you just click on this button. You just click on the new persona button and you can fill out and have, when you'll see when we launch a campaign, you are going to be amazed by what we are able to do when we launch a campaign. And one of the things that makes MyWorker, I mean, this is why MyWorker truly is the best sales tool on the market right now if you're trying to grow your business. If you're trying to grow it, this is why it's the best. Because not only does it know everything about your company, but it also knows everything about who you're trying to reach out to. So you can fill in any information that you want here, and it will be able to look at it. And agentically, when we launch the campaigns, it will learn everything about your business and then go and do the outreach. So let's say, for example, you're a little too lazy to build an ICP. Well, there's this magical button that we just clicked called Fill with AI. And this magical button learns everything about your company, looks at everything that you have about your company, and just creates a target customer profile for you. Look at that. It just created a target customer profile that we can go after. Look at that. And then we can edit it. We can do whatever we want to it. And look, it even sales team leader just created this. We didn't even have to think through the ICP. It just built one. Built the sales team leader. All right. Now let's say we want to launch a campaign. We're at the point where you might be thinking, okay, clearly MyWorker knows everything about your business. How do we actually get the customers? How do we get our customers on calls? Bring it our way. Well, guys, you know, before I even show you that, I'm so excited to show you. But what I really think we need to do is cover the, like, we've only clicked on 2 areas, your company and lead personas, those 2 areas. But there's this other area that is very important. And this is the new email. Once again, this is the best user experience on the market by far to make it easy for you to have your email set up. I mean, look at this. All you do is you click this button. You're almost done. Instead of all these other tools that take forever and take unlimited time, and it's just a whole mess, and it's just a disaster, really, a disaster with others. You just go in here, you put in your name. We'll put in Will. Our name can be Joe Schmo. That's fine. That's the name on the email, so it autofilled that. And then, yeah, you just go down here, choose a different email. Boom. It'll be created after the subscription request. And look at that. We didn't need to go through hours of warm up and buying all the, and just like a mess of domain mayhem. No, just easy, hands off. Your time is too valuable to be wasting on all these other areas. Especially if you're the CEO, the chief revenue officer, you're the leader, the point of the spear. And if your time starts getting drained by all these manual other activities, I mean, think about how valuable your time is. What would you price your time at? I bet it's more value than setting up a bunch of email domains and warming them up and then attaching them to accounts and then wasting all your time doing things instead of talking to customers. Because you can close them. You just need to get them on the phone. Save as much time leading up to that as possible. So that is what this section does. Now, finally, you're like, Will, what's so amazing about MyWorker? Could you just show us the campaign? It's like you're talking such a big game, and you know everyone's talking about how amazing MyWorker is, but I want to see how you do it. And look, I agree with you. I think that now is the time. But there's this final amazing feature that we are going to show you. And yes, you know, features at the end of the day, it only matters how effective they are. And I'm telling you, this was requested by many customers. So you, if you were going to go and do this on your own, would have to go learn all these different softwares, piece it together, and then manage all these email inboxes for the leads. And if you were smart, you'd find a software that could maybe unify all of them. And then you have to connect them all, go through all this verification, get them all into one inbox. Well, with MyWorker, not only do you have a unified inbox here that makes it super easy for all of your leads to be in one spot, but anytime you get an interested email, you could also forward that interested email to whoever. I mean, you could have it forward directly to your main email and you'll be all set. So, I mean, you're in a very, very great spot with MyWorker. You could forward it to whatever email, hook up your CRM so you're not hitting anyone on the outreach who's already in your CRM. And then make sure you go to plans and billing and activate, because that's going to allow you to actually run campaigns. And then here, I'm just going to make up an email. I'm going to say a@gmail.com. So I'm sure that there's an a@gmail.com. And then you're all set. And if you want it to forward to multiple, let's say that you also are the proud owner. You're the proud owner of b@gmail.com and a@gmail.com. Then you could forward the interested emails to both A and B. So now that that's all set up, the moment that we have all been waiting for, that you've been waiting for, that I've been waiting for, this is the moment. This is the moment that we launch a campaign. And the one thing is, and this is important, your emails are not going to be activated until you purchase. As soon as you purchase the subscription, same day, they are activated in terms of being purchased and starting to warm up, and then you can launch campaigns. And if we stream for an entire day right now, that would go into our stream at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So, of course, make sure you subscribe, show up to our stream with our editor and producer tomorrow at 10 a.m. But because we're not going to wait for that, we have an experimental account, a test account that we just activated premium on because we own MyWorker. So we actually can just turn that on our own account. And I'm going to show you guys how that looks. I'm going to log out of Joe Schmo. And then here's what we will do. I will pull this over. I'm going to log in. All right, this is our test account. This is where we just have fun, throw spaghetti at the wall, see what happens. And as you can see, there's a couple of different tests going on at the moment. So we have a number of different ICPs that we have running here. I'll show you guys how to launch a new campaign. Let's first go to lead personas. So how many lead personas have we tested? We've done, all right, we're going to go after, we're going to create another ICP. And create another one. We have them created already in the document. This is actually from a previous live working session that we did on stream. So if you were wondering how we built all these ICPs, if you're on the stream, you could have seen. But yeah, we will go after the founder and CEO of Series B health tech providers. Okay? I'm going to create an ICP for this. And then, oh, whoops. Put this right here. Oh, wait, what am I doing? It's just right in here. All right, the description. And then who is our target audience? The founders and the CEOs. Then industry. Go health tech. Now pain points. Now solutions, common objections, and counter strategies. So guys, I'm going to finish copying and pasting all this, and then I'll show you guys the magic here. Solutions. All right, common objections. And then counter strategies. All right. We're going to call this ICP7. So for context, you guys are seeing live how we build a new campaign. New campaign. You just put in the ICP. Now we have all this data, just so you guys can see the information, how we did this. So who are we going to target on this campaign? We're going to target founders, CEOs, Series B, CEOs selling to clinics, or, CEOs selling to clinics. They care about brand safety, compliant language. They want qualified meetings. So the industry is healthcare, providers, payer, rev cycle vendors. Yeah. Got all this set up. I'm going to save. Now we're going to go new campaign. I'm just copying and pasting the ICP. Now for the goal, there are a couple different things we can put in the goal. I'm going to say offer I'm going to say an insight on their company or target customer. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to put this full screen like that. So I'm going to say offer an insight, open to chat if they want to see some leads for business. Or open to chat and pay for and then maybe we have a empathetic, or no, let's say directive. Let's try a directive tone. We're going to offer an insight on their company or target customer, and then open to chat and pay for 50 leads for their business. And you know what? We're gonna put our meeting link in. So the system will be able to book calls for us. All right. I don't want to rush through this, so I'm gonna do a quick recap on this first step. So we're targeting ICP number 7. This page lets you organize, call your campaign, whatever you want to call it. But the goal here, guys, the goal, we can give anything. The goal could be book a call, but imagine you have a team of assassin sales development reps at your ready. You can give them a goal. Say, hey, run this campaign, offer some insights, offer to give them some leads. Boom, get them on the call. Got the Calendly link. Or in my case, a HubSpot link. Then you got to choose the ICP, whoever you're targeting. That is here. And then, guys, this is the amazing thing about MyWorker. That's very different. You're not going to get this in any other software. We leverage agentic search throughout. So it's looking at your company background and your target customer, and then customizing the outreach and finding creative ways to find intent-based signals online to get your customers on calls. Then we're not including any of our leads from the CRM. Then we're going to select 5 email accounts to be associated with the campaign. Then you know what? This part's very cool. We can add you can add follow-ups. Let me be clear. You can add follow-ups waiting however long you want to wait. Maybe you want to wait 5 days after the first follow-up. But then you can customize. So let's add some custom instructions. How do we want? I'm going to say, let's make it 100x better for conversion. You know, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, based on your superhuman intelligence in current trends in email outreach and human psychology, let's make our email convert 100 times better. 100x better for replies. Once we get a reply, and booked. All right, you know, maybe that custom instruction will help, but you could give whatever custom instruction and it will be applied across all of your emails. So we're gonna go with that. And then daily email quota. Let's do 30 a day on autopilot, obviously. Sending. All right. Boom. Just like that. We just got launched. Got a little excited there. Guys, just like that, we got launched. All right. And so here, sometimes the post will stop if they can't find active people. And then you just reactivate them after they've had some time, and boom, you're ready. So that is a demonstration of how we launch a campaign. Just because I wasn't very focused, I feel like, one second. These are my work glasses. Whenever we're working, I got to put these on. Whenever we're going into deep work, I forgot to do that before. I'm gonna call my buddy real quick about Tech Week. All right, and Joaquin, you know, me running through all of that, maybe there's another video there somewhere along getting a campaign started. Let me see what some potential titles are. All right. I'm going to go into this campaign we just launched. Now I'm going to say, let's see here. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. All right, so I have attached a screenshot of our UI for launching a new campaign on MyWorker. And each of these steps, I feel like we could make our own videos that could be optimized, but you know, we could also just come up with other creative ways to come up with content that we can put in the different sections of the MyWorker channel architecture. So with that said, let's focus on a couple videos, getting great potential hooks, storylines, rehooks, all of that for those videos so we can record those right now. I really need this guy to answer. I don't think he's going to answer, but I'm going to call him just in case. Damn. All right, let's see. All right, so it came up with some good ideas for potential videos. Joaquin, honestly, use your creativity. Whatever you think makes sense, makes sense. I'm going to read through these out loud. So you kind of, I basically gave it the prompt to figure out what videos we could make for each of these sections for the channel. Oh, I've kind of lost my voice. But yeah, so this is recommending that we can make a video out of every single one of these steps, which I kind of did in the existing channel. But that said, I think we could make it way better because I built the existing YouTube channel in a single stream. And I think that if we think through the hooks, what each thing's going to look like, we could actually make higher quality, higher converting videos and content. And at the end of the day, we want to make it easy. So it's like a funnel where people close themselves on MyWorker. So these are the videos, one per step. So I'm going to be reading through these, Joaquin, right before recording each one. But just know each one of these steps we can turn into a separate video. All right, here we go. Make sure I don't lose my voice here. All right, video one. So ICP, outcome, and series. All right. Every names. I actually don't really like these scripts. Yeah, Joaquin, here's what we'll do. Honestly, I think that what we recorded earlier, like a get started within, it's like how to get started in 10 minutes. That initial recording we went through for the onboarding, I think that nailed it. I think that maybe if we want one that was tied to us actually making this, I can just record from the start, like how to kick off a campaign, and that can be another video. And then instead of me needing to fill it in, we just have this stuff here ready to go. So yeah, let's just make that a video. So how to reach thousands of your potential customers in under 5 minutes. Basically just launching a MyWorker campaign. All you do is you name your target campaign. This is our ideal customer profile number 7. We're going after founders and CEOs at Series B health tech companies. You can put any goal in that you want. Basically, what would you tell a team of salespeople in order to try and book calls? This is what you put in the goal section. It could be as simple as just book a call. And then if there is a particular email tone of voice that you think would resonate better, feel free to toss that in here and it'll help you convert better. Then finally, toss in your meeting link in the Calendly link section. I put a HubSpot link. This next section, it's as simple as just choosing your ideal customer profile that you created ahead of time. This is where it's pulling your data from to make sure that every outreach is ultra specific to your target customer. This section is, dare I say, one of the biggest secret sauce aspects of MyWorker. It ingests all of your data about your target company and your target customer, everything from your knowledge base, and then it looks for intent signals online and builds a lead list and reaches out with ultimate precision, built for an age where you have smart AI search. Then here, you just hook up the email addresses that you have as part of your premium subscription with MyWorker. And if you don't have a premium subscription yet, make sure you actually get the premium subscription, because that's what makes launching a campaign possible. It's a lot cheaper than a sales team. And then finally, you launch however many follow-ups you want. In this campaign, we have 1 follow-up, but you could have 2 follow-ups, 3 follow-ups, choose how long to wait in between each. And then AI, it's trained to write the highest converting emails with best practices. But you know, every industry, your company, you got a secret sauce and a good understanding of your target customers. And maybe it's better than the best practices of AI. So in this section here, in customization, you can add any additional custom instructions you want. I added something kind of silly, just saying like, make it 100 times better. But you could say something like, you know, keep it under 100 words, or keep X, Y, or Z terminology. Do whatever you want. But this is another final piece if you want extra personalization or custom instructions after AI is doing all the work. And then finally, I mean, now you're ready to reach thousands of people. You just have it. If you want to read every email first, you could turn off autopilot, but you probably just want to keep autopilot on. And then it's going to personalize, do all the research, do all the list building, do all the outreach, do all the email setups, everything for your entire customer list that it creates for you. And then you just choose the start time. You know, maybe we want to start sending at 11, maybe 11:04. And we're going to do, maybe we bump this up to 42 emails a day. Actually, maybe a little less. Let's do 38 emails. And now, just like that, you've got the time, you've got the number controlled, you got autopilot, you got tracking the emails, you got your unsubscribe sequence, you got everything. Now you just leveled up from, Division 3 ball, where you were putting in all your time and energy, and you just went to the pros. Get in touch with your customers, get them on calls, and grow your business with MyWorker AI. Then we'll update the campaign. So boom, Joaquin. Hopefully that's another video. And yeah, as you guys can see, we've got some campaigns going live here. This is just testing different email accounts. This account actually isn't performing very well. Over 40% open rate, just under 1% interest rate, pretty low meeting rate. But guys, that said, those are more calls than we would have had. And it's at a way better cost than if we had tried doing it in any other way. So that, I think, can wrap up this initial MyWorker time, guys. I think that we've got some good content. We're going to make some great videos from what we just went through. So now, once again, we are going to try and give our buddies a call because we got to get ready for Tech Week here. We're going to get the glasses on. It's party time. I mean, guys, it's a Friday night. All right, guys, we've given up on them trying to join. Now we have our MyWorker campaign live. Because this is so much fun, I think we're going to make another ICP here. We're going to make another ideal customer profile, or we're just going to pull the one that, yeah, actually we can just pull the other one that we made previously. ICP number 8. You know what? Let's up our ICP game here. Let's up our ICP game. You're going to see how we do this. This is going to be sweet. I'm going to say, so we're making some ICPs for SaaS mining earlier. Obviously, we're going to leverage MyWorker for SaaS mining. But here's what I'm going to say. All right, so now we actually want to take a step back, and we're going to get back to building ideal customer profile lead personas for our MyWorker account. So once again, we're targeting ideal customer profiles for MyWorker campaign. So we're using MyWorker to reach customers for MyWorker, and it's amazing. Best sales tool on the market. So with that said, are you ready to dive into doing some more lead personas for MyWorker? Auto. All right. And I'm going to give it a refresher on these lead personas. Guys, this is the cool thing about building MyWorker is we literally just use our own tool for getting customers. It's like magic. Okay. So this is, okay, so it created some business PLG enterprise lift. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna, oh, it's still going. Still going. Okay. Actually, you know what we can do, which will be really cool? We'll say, I'm gonna say plan A. We got a couple different ways we can do this. So I think first thing is actually just updating our about section. So I'm going to do this. Boom. Put that in there. And then boom. We're taking screenshots. We're leveraging AI to improve this. So we're going to say, because we're about to launch an enterprise outreach plan. Enterprise outreach plan. Okay. So let me do this. I'm going to say, this sounds amazing, but before we dive into our ideal customer profiles, I want to give you a quick update. I gave a quick write-up below. This is our updated go-to-market plan. So we're updating our target customers that we're going after. As you know, we're going for companies that are a little larger, like the Series B, Series B plus. We're also looking at a different offering. It's going to be higher price. I'm giving you full background, copy and pasted below, but this offer is going to be slightly different than what we have so far. And I also think that there's good opportunity and room to really just make our knowledge base and this information that we have in MyWorker about MyWorker way better. So leveraging your superhuman intelligence in relevant domains as it relates to just filling all this stuff out in the best way possible and updating it, could you please review all the information below and help us create the final inputs for the MyWorker account? And so just so you guys can see all the stuff that we're putting in here, I'm going to put this on thinking mode so it takes a little bit of time. This is the proof pack. So here we're going to have a higher price point for the software. So instead of $499, which you're able to get at today, not for too much longer, we're going to be changing it to $2,499 minimum price. List price. So it's going to be going from the $499 to just larger minimum packages that are priced at $4K a month. So that, I mean, you're getting it at a massive discount, like a 90% discount right now. But yeah, that is, so if you want access to this magical amazingness at myworker.ai, hopping in now is like a 90% discount to what people are going to be paying in the very, very near future. So we're honoring the people who come on board ahead of time, but yeah, we are about to, the software is about to get much more expensive. So that's the context. But in terms of, okay, so here we go. It's filled out this information. So we're actually just going to update the profile with this information. So here we go. MyWorker AI is an AI native outbound system that researches prospects, writes persona-aware emails, runs multi-step follow-ups, and books meetings without adding SDR headcount. For Series B teams, MyWorker layers on top of your stack, SFDC, HubSpot, Outreach, SalesLoft, and Apollo, and adds intent targeting, a rapid testing loop, and built-in deliverability ops so you can scale sends safely and learn which angles actually convert. MyWorker AI automates repetitive sales tasks, provides advanced lead discovery, multi-layer email deliverability, personalized outreach, real-time insights, and seamless integrations. Their product, Alex, AI SDR Worker, and AI powered. Okay, we're going to take out that. Automate every step of the outreach process from finding and researching prospects to personalizing messages and booking meetings. Yes. MyWorker offers fair, flexible pricing without compromising advanced functionalities. Options include self-service or sales-assisted buying experiences. Customers can compare plans and unlock 5 leads for free. Okay. Oh, okay. This is what we had before. So we're going to update this product section. All right, plan A, 90-day proof, single focused offer. Okay. Pricing. Copying this in. Oh wait, I accidentally. Okay, guys. We're basically, just so you guys know, going through and getting all of these ready. All right, we're putting in some good use cases in here. Competitors. All right. We're just filling all these different sections out. Boom. Just like that, we updated the company knowledge base. This is actually, it's good that we did this. It takes a little bit of time. It's not instant, but it's very good that we did that. My LinkedIn just popped up here. I like his stuff. Brian Bell, Team Ignite Ventures. I like his comment. Okay. So now that we've got that background, we just filled it all in. I'm going to say, amazing. We just updated MyWorker's company profile with all this information. Now let's build out the final ICPs that we want to target. For context, I've attached I'm not going to attach a list of ICPs. Could you please put together the top 3 ICPs that you think we'd have the best response rate, interest rate, and conversion with? And yeah, give us the tests for the niches that you think we could really capture market share and build our competitive moat in. Guys, I don't want to jump the gun on this, but off stream this week, I was cooking up some very, very exciting. Okay, you know what? We'll tease it. We're going to tease it right here. I can't even help myself. Before hopping on stream, I thought, I'm going to have to keep my mouth shut and not share this. But for the 20 of you guys that are listening across the different platforms right now, you guys are going to get the behind the scenes. At MyWorker, you guys have seen just now on the stream, you saw our existing product, what we have today, what customers are paying for today. But we have a very, very exciting product on the horizon, a very exciting product that we are getting ready to launch. And I'm not going to drop the secret sauce here right now, but I will drop a little sauce. Here's a little bit of the sauce. What we are doing is going to leverage. So as you know, MyWorker AI is your AI sales team as a service. And right now you've seen how we can do the outbound for your AI sales team as a service. But what we have on the horizon is going to allow you to strengthen that AI sales team as a service, not on the outbound side. That's your hit. But leveraging all the data, but not on the outbound side. You got a very new product getting ready to launch. Joaquin, maybe we clip this and we share it right before I drop the news, because we have something that is going to change the game. At MyWorker, as you know, best sales tool ever, AI sales team as a service. And right now, we've got the incredible outbound AI sales worker, Alex. But we have an amazing product on the way. Oh my gosh, it's mind-boggling. It's been requested quite a bit. It's going to change the game for a lot of these. You see a lot of startups, builders, founders, companies out there that could use help in other aspects of sales and growing and scaling. So I just want to give you guys the quick teaser that we have something absolutely incredible on the way. you're going to look at this thinking, Will, how could you be teasing us like this? How could it not be ready and you're already talking about it? And I'm just saying this because for those of you guys, this is the award of coming in early, watching the stream live. We have special slots that we're holding where you're going to get to work directly with me and implementing a whole nother layer of the AI sales team as a service. And it is going to be a game changer. So if you're a Series B founder or you're doing at least 1 million in revenue and you want special access to quite possibly one of the most game-changing products in the AI sales software industry, then let me know. Appreciate you guys subscribing. We will prioritize subscribers to the channel, but it is going to be absolutely incredible, and we're going to have some beautiful case studies coming from that. Okay. Let's see what AI came up with here. So we've got a couple of ICPs that AI believes are going to be very good for this. So here's what I will say. I will say, this sounds great. Now we're getting ready to put in the final ICPs as a final word of input before we kick it off. Based on analyzing the data from how these perform, we're going to figure out which areas to double down in. So are there any other ICP buckets that you think we should run some tests on that would allow us to have the best net that we're casting initially to make sure that we can screen for any statistical significance or anything that would show us where product market fit or certain types of messaging from MyWorker is resonating the best with different types of verticals that we can focus on. Once again, this is the throw spaghetti at the wall phase for some of these different niches. So because of that, we are completely open to trying a lot of different things. We're going to go and test different ICPs. It's almost like you're at a buffet and you want a little taste of this, a little taste of that, and you try it all out. And then you think, you know, this was actually the best. Or we're in the mood for steak tonight, and then we can double down on that area. Kind of like that. But now with all this additional context, could you think of the best final additional ICP profiles that we should create and test in this next go around? Leveraging your superhuman intelligence in relevant domains. Guys, this is the fun part. Guys, MyWorker is the most fun software tool on the market. Look at how much fun we're having. We're having so much fun using MyWorker AI. Oh, okay. So we're going to read through a little bit. Okay. I'll say, I like this approach. Now could you flush out all of the fields that we have to fill in for all of these ICPs in the best way possible for MyWorker? Okay, we have this on thinking mode. It really spit those out fast. I feel like it needs to think longer. I feel like it barely thought. It just spit out the ICPs. Like, take your time. Oh, it's just getting in there. Okay. Just getting in there. All right, guys. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put all these in. We're going to speed run this section. We're going to speed run it, and then launch all those campaigns, and then take the calls with the customers. Got to stay hydrated. Amazing. Could you number all of these ICPs 11 through 20? Just because we already created and launched these initial 10 ICPs that I am pasting in here below. We have some beautiful ICPs being written. Look at these. I don't know about you guys, but looking at these ICPs gets me fired up. Look at this. Guys, this is the beauty of MyWorker. With MyWorker AI, you just look at an ICP profile and you can just think, wow, we're about to put in work to all these ICPs. It's going to be magical. We're going to make this even better. Watch this. Speed run this. New persona. ICP 11. We're going after Series B founder selling. And then we save. Is ICP 11. Now we're going to do ICP 12. All right, in the chat, if you guys want me to toss on music or something. Solutions, common objections, counter strategies. So, yeah, deliverability risk. We already do outbound. Counter strategies. All right. ICP 12 done. ICP 13 is next. All right, so this is Series B, supply chain and industrial SaaS. Once again, going after the decision maker, founders and CEOs. All right. Pain points. All right, so our solution, we have the persona playbooks, governance, risk, tools, all right, counter strategies. All right. Let's actually launch these as we're going. So let's launch this one to ICP 11. Let's launch this one. All right, so we're going after the founders, Series B, SaaS. And then we could add additional customization, but I'm really curious to see how this guys, I put the custom instruction on this. Use your superhuman intelligence in relevant domains to make the message 100x better. I'm going to say for conversions to meetings. And sound fully human with some typical spelling changes that would make people think it was not possibly AI. And then I'll add one follow-up. And we'll hit them with that follow-up 2 days later. All right, daily email quota. If we're doing 5 a day per email inbox, that would be like 25. Maybe we'll do like just over 5. So we'll do like 30. Kick these off at like maybe right before bed. Let's have it send it. All right, like 8:03. Let's see that. We're gonna hit them on weekends too, obviously. All right, sweet. So we just launched another campaign. Now we're gonna launch another campaign. Guys, this is unbelievable. Going after Series B fintech, payments and risk. So ICP 12. All right. These guys seem like they'd want a professional tone of voice, so we're going to leave that as professional. Create and proceed. Once again, MyWorker, we're going after ICP 12. We're going to use Smart Lead Search. Smart Lead Search is just the agentic search. And then here, we'll add two. We'll actually, you know what? We'll add 2 follow-ups or 1 follow-up. And the reason why, or actually, yeah, we'll do 1 follow-up 5 days later. And then custom instructions, I'm just going to say, there we go. I said also make some. All right, so we got our custom instructions. We're of course hitting these guys on the weekend as well. Same type of thing. We got 5 emails. We'll do about 33 a day. Seven. This one, let's send like really late. All right. Launch campaign. Boom. Another campaign launched. Guys, we're on a roll. Think about how long it would take you to write and research over 200 emails. It'd take you a long time to do that. Have to look at all these posts, do all this outreach. I mean, legitimately, I don't know how long it would take you guys, but for me, if I had to research like 150 something people outside of just setting up all the email accounts and everything, like researching that many people and then writing personalized messages to every person that spoke to your pain points, God, that would, even with AI, that would take forever. I mean, really picture this. If you were using ChatGPT, how long do you think it would take you to set up all the email accounts, do all the research with ChatGPT for 150 prospects, find their emails, build a list, stay organized, track the data, and do the outreach? If you think it would take you under 40 hours, comment, I'm a beast in the comments. If you really think it would take you under 40 hours, comment, I'm a beast, because I'm telling you, that would be incredible. Okay. So guys, we have reached the point where it is 10:30 p.m. What we're going to do is we're going to launch a couple more campaigns. How many more lead personas do we have? We just did 12. All right, we're going to do 13. We're going to launch another campaign here. We're going to launch... This is how quick we can do this. This is like multiplying time. It's like breaking the laws of like time and space and physics to multiply our time. Or we legitimately just... It's incredible. All right, we're putting our Calendly link in. guys, and then we just sit back and watch meetings pop up on our calendar. ICP 13, smart lead search. Look at all these emails that we have hooked up to campaigns right now. Whenever you see this, it means that it's already on an active campaign. Do another 30. I don't want to do too many because, guys, I don't want to take on too many leads here. I'm going to be overwhelmed with all the business we're going to be getting. Do launch campaign. All right, guys. Look at that. So you might be wondering, what are we going to do now? You just launched all these campaigns, going to get all these new customers from MyWorker. It's like, you might be wondering if you're even going to have space to be able to come in with MyWorker with all of these campaigns going live. And I'll tell you this, it's very, very exciting, of course, but we're going to go and check out what we have planned for the stream here. Oh, look at that, right on time. Our friends are calling right on time. It's almost like I planned it. Yo, yo.
Yo, yo, my buddy. Well,
bro, I'm on stream. You called at the perfect time. I was
friend.
literally, I just finished the MyWorker campaign and everyone, I'm sure, was having their mind blown. And I said, you know, time to change it up. What's coming next? And then you called out of the blue.
So what's coming next? What are you up to?
You've got a sixth sense. Well, I'm on stream right now, but I just launched a few MyWorker campaigns. I could launch more, but I'm also down to do whatever. We've had a very awesome stream so far. It's been very tight. We've done a lot.
So I have a proposal for you before you switch to the next topic. For Tech Week.
Yes, that's probably the next segment that we're going to figure out, because Tech Week, SF Tech Week is, the countdown has begun for SF Tech Week. And we are going to miss, not we, I am going to miss out if I don't get this figured out. I might only be attending LA Tech Week, but SF Tech Week would be awesome.
Are you raising?
Not actively right now. I still need to get all my stuff in order, but we do have investors sniffing around, and we did get offered. Did I tell you about this? That we got offered $1 million term sheet?
Oh, no. Nice.
Yeah, dude.
I had no idea. Did you take it? What's the deal?
$1 million at a 15 mil valuation.
That's pretty good. What do you think?
Dude, I'm happy to take it. Yeah, I'm trying to push it forward.
Damn, that's a badass offer.
But during Tech Week, dude, that's the content, the content upswing that we can hit here.
Yeah.
So I need to get that figured out. I'm trying to reach the guy who I want to do the filming for the streaming, but he's at work right now.
Well, I want to raise during Tech Week.
For Orchestra?
For both.
Well, dude, best of luck, man. May the force be with you.
The 4th and the 5th, the whole October the 6th and the 7th. So that day, what do you think? Do you think you can make it on Monday,
On Monday.
October 6th? So the way I got it set up is we'll do a panel with, it'll be you, Pinion, Kylene, and potentially Andres. And basically, we'll start with an introduction. Everybody will talk about what they do, their startup, and then we'll have a conversation about AI, basically. And it's going to be focused about AI in general and like the infrastructure. The whole event is the sustainability based. So they're tying basically energy to AI and how, so that's kind of like the focus of the conversation. Because, 9-0 is a sustainability based, but what do you call it? Hub. Yeah.
Okay. Let
But
me
then,
check my calendar real quick because I also, on Monday, I've got, well, I mean, I guess I could theoretically make it work. I just, yeah, I guess I'd have to figure that all out like right now. Because if I'm gonna go out there, then I got
yeah.
to figure out like what
Where's
events I'm going
Andres?
to, lodging, and I really, realistically, I don't see the ROI being there unless I'm filming and getting content
Really?
live streaming while I'm there.
Why don't you get glasses and just film while you're there? Or don't you have what do you call it? The GoPro, or what is it? The small camera,
I
the
do
one
have
that
that,
has
or I
stability.
could walk around live stream myself that way,
Because
but I
think
feel like
about it.
that's so much. I don't know. That just feels
What if you
less
mount it to something,
like mounted to what?
so like your chest, so it's taking your perspective basically. That's pretty cool still. And then you get very good quality. I mean, social media quality doesn't really matter as much as long as it's decent video, because they're gonna shrink the video either way when you upload it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I think that realistically, it's gonna kind of come down to if this guy can do it. And because we aren't gonna have time to get all the equipment, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna have him manage the live stream and do the filming from the iPhone camera, iPhone 16,
I see.
which I mean is obviously not the best solution, but at least it can get the job done, you know?
Is your camera that what do you call it, the stability? Is it better than iPhone, or is iPhone better?
Better on what metric?
Like range, like the how many hours it lasts, the quality, the stability, all that stuff.
Well, I mean, with the phone, I mean, we haven't done like a prolonged test, but I think that it would work if we used the iPhone camera instead of the external DSLR. But I just feel like it doesn't come off the same, you know? Like it's much better if you have a real camera.
Mm. I mean, it will be tough with real camera because now you have to. The phone you just put all of sudden puts in pockets. Real camera, you have to like go around, and so usually crowded. I don't know how
Yeah.
are you gonna do it.
I mean, with a iPhone camera, I think we can. I mean, this guy shoots motorsport, like professional motorsports and all this stuff. He's legit. So I think that
Mhm.
like he can manage the filming and doing all of that. The big problem is that the actual hardware that so you have streamer backpacks, but these things are expensive, and you're really going to want to stream a lot if you're going to get it. And we're trying to find a workaround where you don't need this, 20K backpack to do it like right. And like, hey, if you stitch something together with a external camera and then a portable like router hotspot type thing and a backpack and like a localized computer, then you can do it. But long story short,
Are you talking about streaming? That's
streaming, yeah, streaming on the go. Because if you think about it, you need the
that's
Wi-Fi, you
platform.
need to be able to process everything, like especially if you're doing it through Streamlabs to multiple platforms.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Let me think about how can you do it.
but
You need a self-service. You don't need the Wi-Fi, and then you need
yeah,
what computer will work.
it becomes way easier if you're using your phone. But if you're using an external camera, you need a lot more tech.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're just using your phone camera, it's a lot easier.
That shit. Why would you? Like technology is evolving that way. Why would you go back to it? The phone already has everything. We're not like in the 2000s. You have to.
Yeah, but I mean, we have a better camera. So the camera that we have is better than if we use the iPhone camera. So you're going to get like better quality if you use like the non-iPhone.
Well, you use it for videos for content, don't you? Just for streaming.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like we stream with it and then we take that content afterwards and then edit it for the shorts. So it would be better.
What you should use it to record for social media content and then in parallel have the streaming going on the phone.
Yeah, then we would need 2 cameramen because then one would have to hold the camera the entire time for the phone and then the other would have to hold the external camera.
I mean, you're not going to be able to stream 24 hours. It's impossible to have a battery to last the whole time only. So you can switch between 2.
Oh, well, what you do is that's the other reason why a camera would be good because you have multiple batteries and then you have the portable battery chargers. So you always have multiple batteries charging and ready to go, and then you just cycle them out of the camera. But with a phone, like you can still do it and keep it going, but you need to keep the phone charged with like one of those portable chargers as well.
Yeah, it's more portable. It's a phone, so it's easier to deal with.
Yeah, I keep calling this guy. I know he's at work, but I like really need to chat with him.
Yeah, you barely have enough time.
Well, how about this? Just because either way, if I end up going, I need to do this anyway. Do you want to hop on, or maybe you just send me all of the events you're signed up for and I just start going and signing up for all of them?
Well, honestly, I need to actually sign up for shit because I didn't sign up to much events. Please remind me. Let me open it.
We need to reach out to Andres and have him send us all the events. He's always on top of that.
So let me tell you this. One strategy I learned is you could use search keywords and then it will filter the events based on that keyword. And there's no filters. It's just you search for it, it will filter it automatically. So that's the best way. So let me pull up the calendar. And then what you do, like you type A16Z, it'll show you all A16Z events. You do YC. You just gotta be creative, Kushla, just the main ones that you like. So San Francisco, let's use search for, let's see, A.
Do you want to hop on the stream and we can do like a screen share or something?
Yeah. I actually have my Alienware laptop now.
Okay.
So like I have my video fixed, everything's a lot better now. Maybe there's something giving me allergy. I can't figure out what it is.
Or actually, what I can do is you could just screen share on WhatsApp. That would actually probably be easiest. Because then I won't have to like create a bunch of new stuff.
All right, let's see. WhatsApp. Well, I can send you a team invite. Can WhatsApp share screen?
Yeah.
Let's try. I have to download it to the screen. Give me 1 second. It's just had a fresh Windows, has nothing on it yet. Man, I missed my mechanical keyboard. Finally, I have it back. I love speaker. The hell? WhatsApp. What's happening? Oh, because it's close this. Yeah.
Damn, dude. People are getting rejected from Speedrun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, we're not rejected yet, so that's good.
Yeah, I just checked my.
Actually, I don't know. I have to check.
I
my
just
email.
checked my email, but it doesn't look like I'm rejected.
Oh,
Dude, I really, really hope that they accept us.
to be honest, so far out of all the incubators, the only one I'm excited about is Speedrun. I've not liked people and incubators as much as the ones in Speedrun. They're just like people like us. They're young. They know how social media runs. They know how business run in a way that's like modern. So like they speak our language. It's like perfect match. I love these people. I love these guys. Like if I don't get accepted to Speedrun, I would love to like have an opportunity to work with them in a way or another.
Yeah.
Well, we got a new client for iOrchestra.
Nice.
That last night.
Yo, how do I
Told me.
but also like
Andres doesn't know yet, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was like, I don't know, traveling, sleeping. I have no idea what he's doing. I did this by myself. It happened to be honest, it happened at 2 a.m. It's not like he's not responsive. The guy is sleeping at an appropriate sleeping time.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Is he sleeping right now?
Like 3 hours later. I don't think so. He's just not responsive today. I wonder if he's preparing to sleep and travel and stuff.
I see.
It's possible. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna switch my WhatsApp to my laptop, okay?
Sounds good. Oh. All right, guys. So you're probably wondering what I'm doing here. So Sora 2 just launched. Now, what is Sora 2? What's the difference? Well, Sora is OpenAI's image generation model. They also had the capability for you to create some short clips. They recently launched Sora 2, which is crazy futuristic when you think about it. They created a competitor to these social media platforms, kind of like TikTok and others, where anyone can just go generate videos and then it appears on a feed. So, yeah, we are trying to create some videos and we'll see how they turn out. Okay, a lot of our videos contain things that were not accepted by the guardrails. You know, we're going to finish our Sora 2 onboarding. $38, $64, $57. So you have a little bit of an onboarding to get into Sora and allow other people to use your image and likeness on videos. I created this, and now Leo and others are going to be able to use that. Okay. All right, guys, I'm so excited to see these videos. Let's see what we just created. None of our videos are ready. Guys, none of our videos are ready. All right, I'm going to be right back. For those of you guys who have any questions in the meantime, if there's something you want us to work on, something to do, toss it out there. We can do it. But for the time being, we are making Sora videos, and honestly, I think they're going to be solid. Yes, that would be amazing. Let's continue to make the best prompts ever with all of this background information along with your superhuman prompt writing capabilities. Ooh, the first video's ready. All right, I was going to go to the bathroom, but I'm too curious.
Back. Pattern breaks, liquidity evaporates, and fear takes over. When it snaps back, only those prepared will see it coming. Pattern breaks, liquidity evaporates, and fear takes over. When it snaps back, only those prepared will see it coming.
All right, we just posted our first video. Wait, we gotta upload a video here.
Number 5, confetti took over the office. 4, a surprise street takeover. 3, desert rave with a drone show. 2, an underwater product reveal. And the wildest launch, number 1, a full-on rocket liftoff. Number 5, confetti took over the office. 4, a surprise street takeover. 3, desert rave with a drone show. 2, an underwater product reveal. And the wildest launch, number 1, a full-on rocket liftoff. Number 5, confetti took over the office. 4, a surprise street takeover. 3, desert rave with a drone show. 2, an underwater product reveal. And the wildest launch, number 1, a full-on rocket liftoff. Number 5, confetti took over the office. 4, a surprise street takeover. 3, desert rave with a drone.
All right, this one's not as good.
Work so hard it would be unreasonable not to succeed. Keep going when the night is cold, when your eyes burn, when no one is watching. Most people stop when it gets hard. You keep going. Work so hard it would be unreasonable not to succeed. Keep going when the night is cold, when your eyes burn, when no one is watching. Most people stop when it gets hard. You keep going. Work so hard it would be unreasonable not to succeed. Keep going when the night is cold, when your eyes burn, when no one is watching. Most people stop when it.
All right. Do you guys have a favorite video out of the ones we've created?
Succeed. Keep going. Work so hard it would be unreasonable not to succeed.
Right.
Product reveal. And the wildest launch. Number 5, confetti took over the office. 4, a surprise street takeover. 3, desert rave with a drone show. 2, an underwater product reveal. And the wildest launch, number 1, a full-on rocket liftoff. Number 5, confetti took over the office. 4, a surprise street takeover. 3, desert rave with a drone show. 2, an underwater product reveal. And the wildest launch, number 1.
Billion-dollar company starts alone at midnight. Code, launch. 100 days in and every billion-dollar company starts alone at midnight. Code, launch, pitch again. 100 days in and it's still just the beginning. But the team is coming, and we're still building. Every billion-dollar company starts alone.
Oh, this one's
Code,
solid.
launch, pitch again.
Okay.
100 days in and it's still just the
Go.
beginning. But the team is coming, and we're still building. Every billion-dollar company starts alone at midnight.
I like all my posts. We're going to generate we are making some videos right now. Right. Oh, we can only generate 5 videos at a time. Dang. All right. Well, we're generating now. We're generating now, and I'll be right back while these generate. We're going to keep all of these generating. All of them.
Electric.
All right.
Blue rhythms keep. Why do humans dream? When we sleep, networks of neurons exchange bursts of electrical light. Blue rhythms keep the brain calm, red pulses carry emotion, and flashes of white knit them into meaning. Why do humans dream? When we sleep, networks of neurons exchange bursts of electrical light. Blue rhythms.
Okay. So let's see our profile.
Breaks, pattern breaks, liquidity evaporates, and fear takes over. When it snaps back, only those prepared will see it coming. Pattern breaks, burn when no work so hard it would be unreasonable not to succeed. Keep going when the night is cold, when your eyes burn when no one is watching. Most people stop when it gets hard. You keep going. Work so hard it would be unstoppable.
Wildest launch. Number 5, confetti took over the office. 4, a surprise street takeover. 3,
So
desert raid with a
silly.
drone show. 2, an underwater product reveal. And the wildest launch, number 1, a full-on rocket liftoff. Number 5.
Billion-dollar company. Every billion-dollar company starts alone at midnight. Code, launch, pitch again. 100 days in and it's still just the beginning. But the team is coming, and we're still building. Every billion-dollar
Neurons exchange. Why do humans dream? When we sleep, networks of neurons exchange bursts of electrical light. Blue rhythms keep the brain calm, red pulses carry emotion, and flashes of white knit them into meaning. Why
Keep work so hard it would be
red pulses? Why do humans dream?
This launch, number 1. Number 5, confetti took over the office. Number 5, confetti took over the
is cold. Work so hard it would be unreasonable not to succeed. Keep going. Pattern breaks, liquidity evaporates over when it snaps back.
Oh, we got another in here.
Truth is finally out. Truth is finally out. Truth is finally out. Truth is finally out.
All of these. So you guys might be wondering how we are generating all of these things on Soar. Also, actually, before we even dive into that, I'm not sure if you guys are not on Sora 2. This is one of the benefits of being here live, and you need an invite code to Sora 2. I've got 4 more invites left. I've used one of them. I've got 4 more invites. So if you need it, hit me up. We'll get you on Sora 2. And then you can make these. Guys, this is the awesome thing. And this is why we're doing this right now. Because you might think, why are we wasting our time making these random videos on Sora 2? Well, we're using prompts. And these prompts are helping us create these videos very quickly. But we're testing, we've prompted elsewhere to create prompts for Sora to at least test out different ideas that maybe could be useful for what we're building with MyWorker AI. And so if any of these videos hit, then yeah, that would obviously be good.
When you're
We've got 6 likes. we don't have a ton of likes, if I'm being real here. But we just started. All right. Oh, we've got a couple opportunities.
Of late nights. Code, it started with one laptop and a lot of late nights. Code, coffee, and an idea that wouldn't let go. Now it's a company. Jobs, customers, real impact. And it only happened because I kept. It started with one laptop and a lot of late.
Would you do this?
And it started with one laptop and a lot of late nights.
He didn't want the. He turned down $1 billion. He didn't want the money. He wanted freedom. Would you do the same? He turned down $1 billion.
Some of these are actually
He didn't
like
want the
decent.
money. He wanted freedom.
Installations, stitching.
Company, jobs, customers.
Every night, your brain runs an experiment on itself. Neurons spark in patterns like constellations, stitching memories and emotions into vivid stories. We call them dreams, strange, beautiful. Every night, your brain runs an experiment on itself. Neurons.
Yo, Ollie, how's it going? Yeah, so I forgot to do this throughout. It's been a couple days since we've streamed, but for those of you guys who are just joining, to give you guys an insight on what the stream is, what we do. If you're not subscribed, of course, make sure you subscribe. But we're building. We're building. You're seeing the behind the scenes of us building future unicorns live. Those two companies are SaaS mining, so Bitcoin mining with renewable energy, and MyWorker AI. So those are the two companies. Appreciate you popping in, Ollie. And right now, what are we doing? Right now, we are playing with Sora 2. So in case you guys haven't played with Sora 1, I had a feeling it could be you, Ollie. I had a feeling. So, I mean, Ollie, have you used Sora, I guess normal Sora before? You probably haven't used Sora 2. Ollie, I'll hook you up with an invite code right now, because you can't access this unless you get invited by someone who's on it. I'll hook you up. I'll read the promo code out loud whenever you're ready. All right, dude. Here we go. Write this down. Okay, write this down. Or actually, I could just go into my invites here. Or actually, I'll read it out loud. I'll read it out loud. Just because I'm not going to toss it on screen. So these are my invites here. All right, Ali, give me the thumbs up when you're ready. Are you ready for the code? It's six characters. All right, I'll text you the link, bro. I'll text you the link. That's actually a lot easier. I'll do that. I'm going to text you the link. All right, I just texted it to you. Bro, you have special. That was actually probably better, because now I'm gonna have a couple more invites left. If I just tossed it out here on stream, then I would instantly not have it. So, yes, you should have received the text. Sora 2. Look at these amazing videos that we are creating. Bang bang. Yes. Riveting stuff. And also, I see across platforms we've got 21 people watching. So if one of you 21 people happen to be an A16Z speedrun or know one of the partners at this accelerator, make sure you tag them in our streams, tag them in our videos. Just tag speedrun, A16Z speedrun in this chat, because we need to get MyWorker AI into speedrun. Okay, that's what we need. I got you, Ali. I got you. Dude, this could be really useful for making, it could be useful for maybe some ads, maybe some of the things you're building. We created all of these awesome videos.
Every night,
we just posted all these. We're already at 6 likes. Yeah, I'll have to check out the Santa Monica office for sure. Maybe, so this week I'm going to be at Tech Week, but maybe, or actually maybe not. 50-50. If I'm here this week, I'll make it. And I also know it's Phil's birthday, so I need to make it to that. Dude, this is my first time using Sora 2. These videos are actually pretty solid.
Freedom. He turned down $1 billion.
I feel like these can capture attention.
He wanted freedom. Would you do the same?
Would you do the same? I don't know.
Every night.
These videos seem so intense. Oh my god.
It started with one laptop and a lot of late nights. Code, coffee, and an idea that wouldn't let go. Now it's a company. Jobs, customers, real impact. And it only happened because I kept. It started with one laptop.
Truth is finally out.
Guys, I feel like once AI gets a little bit better, this platform is actually going to be full of just crazy good content. Right now, the content's obviously lacking, but
every night.
Yeah, I think that this could be big. Let's see. Posts.
Electrical.
Let's check out the Sora homepage.
The yellow area.
Real hot.
Let's see if I can look at the top ones. Short Sam Altman and AI slop reels. Dude, Ali, I'm telling you, with these videos, dude, you could come up with you could pump some tokens. Man. All right, let's see the top perform. This is the highest liked video that you're about to see on Sora.
Listen, mathematically, the decision is irrational. I land the significant strikes with higher momentum, yes? Energy equals 1/2 mv squared. Yeah. His mass is smaller, my velocity larger. Listen, mathematically, the decision is irrational. I land the significant strikes with higher momentum, yes?
Yo, check this.
Woo! Hey! Yo, get back here!
Got a box of golden love, crispy in my hand. Can't stop me, I'm a hungry man.
Bro, give it back!
What is he doing?
He's dancing with it!
Yo, check this.
Woo! Hey!
Wow. So these are, guys, you're seeing the top videos on Sora to the social platform. These are the top videos. So it seems like this person's got 13,000 likes, 4.8 thousand followers. Oh, they're making interesting. So these are all their videos. Oh, so you can kind of see the interest. Yeah.
今のうちに抜けるないよわからないふりしていた風の中で声にできないよ噂を抱いて
So on some of these you can see the prompt, and on others you can't. Okay, very cool. Yeah, IP lawyers are having a field day, bro. The IP lawyers. I mean, the bull market's still heating up, man. Stuff's going to get even crazier. All right, we just created a bunch more videos. So let's see. Let's see how our videos turned out.
After that.
So how did it all start?
With a canceled train, believe it or not. I was stuck on the platform, saw a flyer for that volunteer trip, and figured, why not? Everything changed after that.
So how did it all start? So how did it all start?
With a canceled train.
These are the most random videos. I mean, I'm still going to post all of them. If any of them do well, then that's great. But yeah, let's...
Don't make this mistake.
These videos that we're making right now are kind of
Supply
absurd.
chain. This AI will replace 1 million jobs or create them. From factory floors to living room laptops, code is weaving itself into every supply chain, every decision. Networks ignite across the globe, and new roles. This AI will replace 1 million jobs or create them. From factory floors to living room laptops, code is weaving itself into every supply chain, every decision. Networks ignite across the globe, and new roles. This AI will replace a...
Here's the move.
Here's the move.
Use it today, thank me later.
These are just the most clickbaity videos. It's like I'm hooked in, but this is just random crap. Oh my god. All right, guys. We will see if we'll see how much our Sora profile grows if we gain traction.
Constellation job or create room laptops.
Like
Code
all of our videos.
After that volunteer trip, and
runs an experiment on itself.
Truth is finally out.
Code, coffee.
You wanted freedom.
Red pulses.
All right. So here's the game plan, guys. And I think that this is actually going to be an interesting time to bring this all full circle. So as we're waiting on these final videos to generate, here's what's going on. So on this channel, in case you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, by the way. So because we go live at 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, but on Saturdays, we actually go live at 10 a.m. And you might be thinking, what's so special about 10 a.m. on Saturdays? Well, on Saturdays at 10 a.m., we hop on with Joaquin. And Joaquin is our producer and editor and helps make the entire channel on all these social platforms work like a well-oiled machine. It's amazing. Joaquin is amazing. You guys get to see him every Saturday. You see how we manage everything, how we run the process, and how we're planning on growing it over time. So that is tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific. And just looking at the time and making sure that we're ready for everything tomorrow with Joaquin, we're actually going to sign off. But in signing off, I want to remind all of you guys that on this stream, you guys get to see the behind the scenes of us building future unicorns, MyWorker AI and SaaS mining. So if you want to begin acquiring Bitcoin below market rate through the process of Bitcoin mining with renewable energy, sounds very difficult. We make it easier than it is for you to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase. So SaaS mining, SAZ, SaaSmining.com. And then the other company we're building live is MyWorker.ai. So that is the stream. Make sure you subscribe, follow, stay up to date with what we're doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to get to see so much. I mean, guys, tomorrow is day 50. You're going to get to see so much behind the scenes, get to see so much happening. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. And I just also want to say thank you for tuning in. So if you watch this, make sure you subscribe and make sure you tag Speedrun or you let them know that they need to work with MyWorker AI. I mean, they're very smart people and they seem like they could do so many amazing things in partnership with MyWorker. So let's make it happen. Let's manifest it. Tag Speedrun if you're watching this and tune in tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with us on this beautiful Friday night. And I will see you guys in the morning.